Hello, one and all. I thought I'd kind of would start my wonderful morning by going on the Mary Sue and looking at some of their articles. And I don't know why, because I feel like a little bit of my soul has died just in looking at this. Okay, seriously. I cannot stand the Mary Sue. I can't. But I found this article interesting because there's something that the author says which I find hilarious, because leftists have wanted you to believe that everything that Hollywood stars tell you and everything that they do is so important because it's supposed to change our culture. It is our culture, they keep telling you. And we're supposed to care about the Golden Globes. And yes, we're supposed to care about the Golden Globes now because all the lecturing that we get. We're supposed to care about the Oscars, but now we're not supposed to care about the Oscars. And the Oscars don't really matter because movies that are preachy and that they like don't get nominated. And that's really what this article is about. And it got me to thinking, because it's this crazy thing. I stopped caring about the Oscars a long time ago, if I ever really cared about the Oscars. And the reality is, I didn't really care about the Oscars, even when I was doing theater in college. Like, it was something that they always cared about, and who got what and who was nominated for what. And it was never anything that I cared about, because most of the movies that got nominated were movies that no one really cared about. And it was always kind of a political thing. So to me, that's not surprising. But now, because according to this author, because movies like Hustler and what other movie did she say? The Farewell and Frozen 2 did not get nominated for anything, the whole world should fall apart because, Hustler was a movie about women or was about women of color. Therefore, it should win all the Oscars because it's about women of color. The Farewell, same thing. It's about Asian women and the Asian family. So it's about minorities. Therefore, it should. Knives Out, nominated for Best Screenplay, but, it should have been Best Picture, because it's a story about marginalized women getting power. And so it doesn't matter if the story is good or not, because we can't celebrate the fact that Little Women got nominated, which nobody really saw. But it got nominated. But, it's white, upper class, and straight. Therefore, it doesn't count. And, I laugh because I am kind of tired of it. I'm really kind of tired of it. But even like this, talking about the actresses nominated for their awards, and they have to fit into specific narrow categories. And then it's like, right, the amount of skinny, blonde, cis, straight white women nominated for mediocre movies is staggering. Except that's kind of always been the case with the Oscars. What I don't understand is this is the norm. This has been the norm. But I have not seen the movie Harriet Tubman. And I don't know that I want to see it because I kind of have a problem with Black movies. I'm tired of Black movies being about dysfunctional families or slavery or Jim Crow era laws, and everything is racist against blacks, and like I'm tired of seeing those movies. So I'm probably not going to see this one, even if I'm glad that it exists, because just principle. I want good stories. Like but I'm normal like that, I suppose. Because a lot of people, you want normal stories. And it's like these people are funny in a way. They're funny in a way because it's essentially, it's like the movie, it's like the video I did yesterday, because it's really kind of the common thing. People are supposed to like certain movies because it fits and checks X boxes. Where you're supposed to like Hustler because it is a movie about women of color finding power. You're supposed to like Knives Out because it's quote unquote marginalized women, i.e. women of color, who find power. You're supposed to like these movies because we can't even, the movie Parasite, I believe, is nominated. Like I said, I really don't know anything about the Oscars because I don't really care about the Oscars. But yep, there we go. Sorry, I moved the microphone. But right, here we go. So, right, Parasite is nominated, but we can't celebrate that because one, that's about Asian women, because Parasite is about an Asian family, but you can't celebrate that even though it's a good nomination. So essentially, the premise in the first place is that the Oscars is just about old white men. Because that was the premise of this article, that it's about old white men. Like, everything is geared toward straight white men. But Parasite, which is about an Asian family, was nominated. Like, it's... I kind of feel like this video, like, I'm doing this video because it's really starting to fascinate me. And it's putting me in a place where I feel like I need to talk about it. But it becomes so silly after a while. It becomes so silly after a while that it's like, I can't. Like, you can even see on the side here, because clearly they're obsessed with Hustler. But I don't even know when Hustler was out in theaters. I saw a few, I think, ads for it, but didn't really care about it. And that's the thing. A lot of these movies, just because they have minorities, doesn't make them great movies. But we keep being told that if they have minorities, or if they tell quote unquote marginalized stories, we're supposed to see them as being great. I did not see The Irishman, but I know it's directed. Who directed that? Was it Scorsese? Or, like, I know it was pretty much one of the quote unquote masters of directing that directed the Irishman. So I'm not surprised that got nominated. Just like I'm not surprised that Tarantino got nominated, because let's be honest, like, his movies, like, he has a notable style and he knows what he's doing and he does what he does. But the idea that, I don't know, like, I'm sick of this video already. Like, to be honest, I'm sick of this video already. I didn't see any of these movies. Like, I did not see any of these movies. I am like, I don't think that Frozen 2 should have been nominated. So I'm glad that it's not nominated for anything. I didn't see The Farewell and I did not see The Hustler. But I'm sorry, I don't tend to like Jennifer. I don't tend to like her stories. So I'm just going to end it. And I may or may not even put this up because it just, like, in the grand scheme of things, I don't even know if I even care about this. It's such a silly, silly, silly thing. But if it does come up, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share it, all those things. And yes, I am going to do the Cyberfrog review. I'm planning to do that today, but I wanted to do this because I just found it fascinating but boring because it's the same silliness all the time. Anyway, see you on the next video.